Afternoon everyone and welcome back to A Place in Space. It is of course New Comic Book Day. It's a Wednesday. Everything's one day later than usual this week because of the recent bank holiday. But there's still a ton of stuff snaking its way onto eBay tonight for sale. There's also a ton of stuff which has sold out because you guys have already gone and bought it all. Well done. Anyway, Chip Zdarsky's got a lot to rattle on about right now because he is teaming up with Catwoman again for Gotham War. This is part one of 3 one-shots coming out. I don't know if you've been reading his stuff recently, but he just did an awesome fail-safe storyline that he did the Batman of Gotham. This looks to segue straight away into that, so it's kicking off hard and heavy again. Watch this space because there's going to be 2 more one-shots following this up. This is very cool, speaking of Catwoman. DC have been doing these with great diligence, and they're really lovely. They're just called Uncovered, so Poison Ivy had her uncovered, we had Joker uncovered. It's a cover gallery of some of the most hard, rare, and really quite scarce now covers of a character's creation and an overview, which have since completely sold out, some of which go for eye-watering sums of money, be it as their ratio variants or exclusives, and it's just lavishly put together. It's a really nice overview of all the characters' costumes over the years, and they're right from Sidney Carl's very first inception all the way through to the modern era. Like that an awful lot. We will of course return, if you've had your eyes peeled on our pre-orders recently, you may know what is coming up in a bit, but we will return to this title in just a few minutes' time. Conan the Barbarian, issue 2. It is firmly back in the hands of time. It's being written by Grim Jim Zub, and this is the Conan book you want. If you're a Conan fan, which means you want to see heads separated by blunt force trauma and all the, I don't know, the poetic deftness of a hammer to the face, buy this book. If you're a Conan fan and you're not buying this book, you're missing out on aforementioned hammer to the face. And I know you all need that in your life. Well done. Death of the Venomverse issue 3 is brought to you by Mr. Cullenberg. He's beavering away in all things symbiote carnage and otherwise venom there. That's a lovely cover, I will add, by Mr. Bjorn Barons. Very cool. I do want to spotlight this super quickly because this is just very cool. Little design variant for the same issue. I love that. It's super cool, super eerie. I'm going to move it a little bit closer. There is a ton of detail in those really deftly woven purples and black hues going on in there. Not sure how much of that camera will pick out, but either way, in the flesh, that looks all kinds of lovely. It's facsimile time, all right? So should we do it? Let's do it. Run your way back to 1975 when Mr. Xavier decided to string together some New Mutants, which are essentially the X-Men as we know and love ever since 1975 all the way through to now, really. Yes, of course, the team has changed, but this is the book which kicked it all off, really. This is incredibly sought after. We get requests for this nigh on every single week, and we nearly never have it in stock because whenever we do, it just evaporates. So if you've ever wanted a copy of Giant Size X-Men 1 in lovely high grade, that is absolutely your time. It's a facsimile edition, meaning it reprints it exactly as it would have been done back in 1975, complete with original adverts, and it's very, very cool to flick through, very cool to own. You can save yourself several $1,000s by not buying an original copy of Near Mint and picking one of those up. Well done, good choice, I like it. Let's dial back the years again in a very different way. Swimsuit editions are still a thing, and DC have got their latest offering here, which is kind of called Gnaut. Gnaut Swimsuit Edition. Complete with actual story. There is actual storyline content within this issue. I joke not. See, I wasn't lying. There's a couple of covers out there this week. That is Mr. Jeffrey Scott Campbell, to his mother, sorry. That is his variant cover. And we also have the one lovely Mr. Adam Hughes. He's chimed in with his typical kind of flair for the pinup, which it may not be a surprise to you at all, but that was one of the highest pre-order pin-up covers we've ever had. It is a lavish, lovely little bit of artwork there. If you're a fan of the man, or indeed a pin-up style in general, it's very cool. Speaking of highest pre-order covers, I think this terrified everyone when we saw our pre-order numbers for this week. That is The Incredible Hulk, number 3, sorry, he gets it one issue wrong, issue number 3. And this is a juggernaut right now. Clearly, I don't need to, I'm preaching to the choir here because you're all apparently buying this. If you're not, apparently it's very worth checking out. That's Incredible Hulk number 3. Marvel Age 1000 also comes out to you. This is the kind of book I love to see more of. It's an anthology piece with a plethora of talent involved, which makes the eyes weep, basically. It's a who's who of who's decent right now. It's absolutely stunning. It's quite old school. A lot of it's set during the early incarnations of characters. It's a very simplistic read. It's really lovely to dip into. Steve McNiven has somehow turned out and done his best ever Mobius impression. I mean, you could have told me that was Mobius. And I would believe you. If you don't know, Moebius is a legendary French artist who's very sadly passed away now, and we've not had him with us for a very long time. But Steve McNiven is there channeling his best inner Euro artistic traditions, because that, my friends, is gorgeous looking stuff. Moonlight City of the Dead gets a cheeky little reprint for issue number 1. Very cool, because that sold out like hotcakes. And also Ms. Marvel, Ms. Marvel, number 1. She's had a convoluted couple of weeks, shall we say, but she's back. She's discovered she's a mutant, and there are ramifications from that. So that is that. And also, just to remind you, the penultimate issue of Ultimate Invasion. That is issue number 3 is here. Jonathan Hickman is spinning his web. He's deviously spiraling away, plotting something massive. This will segue into issue 4, which will then go straight into Gods. So if you want to keep up to date with what Marvel are doing right now, essential stuff. Right, a few quick covers of the week, and I think we're good. This is the aforementioned Batman the Gotham War, but this is the John Boy Mayer's foil variant, which means you get to see Mikey's reflection, maybe even your own reflection, and a lot of shiny goodness. How's that for your Wednesday evening? Not enough? Right, we'll bring some more foil in just a second. This is a lovely ratio variant this evening. Well, I think we've got one of these left online going on tonight. I dare say it won't be by the morning. That is the Gabriel Dell'Otto Death of the Venomverse issue number 3. That is an incredible anti-venom right there left on the left-hand side. That is luscious. Also, this was an Order All You Want variant, and we have a couple left. I dare say they'll go quickly. That is Lucio Perillo on this week's Action Comics, the Doomsday Special, which is completely gone for cover A, as has Wolverine, and also has the Riddler. I wanted to show those this week, but they're gone. 2 more, can't quite choose. Maybe you can help me, because that is Stanley Lau, otherwise known as Art Germ, doing a Catwoman Uncovered variant, which that was an incredibly high pre-ordered item this week, because look at it, it is wonderful. He draws Selena Kyle like literally no one else can at this point. And also, back to that aforementioned Action Comics Doomsday Special, we've got 1 copy of this going online, so please don't ask me for it in the video. It will just go on eBay, and whoever gets it, gets it. This is Puppeteer Lee, which, yeah, love that. Love his painted style. Very cool, very dynamic. As always, ladies and gents, if you can, do like, comment, share, and subscribe if you can. It's always very, very useful to us, and it really does help us out. And we hope you've had a lovely week. I'm going to bugger off now, so you lot can enjoy your evening, enjoy your shopping. Happy browsing. It's lovely to speak to you all, as always. See you all very soon, hopefully on the Whatnot show or here in store. Much love. Bye-bye.